find a comfortable seat. Starting off class, kind of grounding down, getting settled in our space. We'll get moving quickly here. I think everyone needs a little, blood running through their bodies now. It's cold. Close your eyes. Start to turn inward. Start to focus on your breath. Focus on your body. Right? Focus on your thoughts here. And try to let those thoughts just stay on the mat right now, not worrying about what happened already this morning or what's happening for the rest of your day. Just being, excuse me, right here, right now. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Roll them back. Feel your shoulder blades spilling down the sides of your spine, opening up your collarbone. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Let it all go through your mouth. 2 more times like that, just clearing out. Inhaling. Exhale, let it go. Last time, really fill up. Start to feel your chest, your heart warming up, filling with breath. Exhale, let it go. We'll open class together with 3 ohms, kind of setting the mood, setting the intention here for the next hour. Breathe in. Feeling that vibration moving throughout your body, starting to awaken it. Maybe feel like a little tingling already. Start to warm up the body. Let's keep our eyes closed here and just focus inward. And then take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out and up overhead. Stretching your front body. Maybe joining your palms up overhead. Just taking a nice big full body stretch here. Reaching your fingertips up, grounding your sit bones down. And then exhale, let your arms fall down by your side. One more time with your eyes closed. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Tilt your head up, keep your eyes closed as if you were gazing up at your fingers, right? Start to tuck your tailbone in a tiny bit here, not to arch your lower back. Starting to find some evenness in the strength of the back and the front body here. One more breath, reach up a little bit higher. And then exhale, let your arms fall down by your side. Start to blink your eyes open this time. Turn your palms forward. And as you inhale, reach up, let your pinkies lead the way. Feel the rotation all the way down to your armpits. Join your pinkies up overhead. Roll through your palms. Press your palms together. Spread your fingers nice and wide here. Taking up lots of space up above you with your hands. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, let your left hand come down behind your hip as your right hand takes the outside of your right thigh somewhere. Just take a nice simple twist here. Feel your sit bones grounding down, your collarbone is widening, your gaze moves back over your left shoulder, right? The twist is coming from your rib cage, not from your hips. One more breath, take a little bit deeper twist. And then inhale, reach it back up overhead. And as you exhale, just switch sides. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right hand behind you. Good, every breath, just twist a little bit deeper. Gaze moves behind you. Maybe noticing something new. Inhale here. Last exhale. Inhale, reach it back up overhead. This time, drop your left palm down to the ground next to your hip and just take a nice big side stretch. Expanding your rib cage all the way down toward your hip. Good. Inhale, take it back up overhead and switch sides. Right hand down, left sit bone grounds down, left arm reaches up and over, gaze moves up. Try to keep your shoulders moving away from your ears here. One more breath. Good. Inhale, take it back up overhead. Interlace your palms, press them up toward the sky. And as you exhale, start to drop your chin around your spine. Start to press your palms forward. Good. Finding length down the center of your spine here. Waking up the back body. Sending your breath there, really filling up on the inhale. And then exhale, stretch a little bit more. Good. Inhale, take your palms back up overhead. And as you exhale, let them fall down in front of your knees. You can start a playlist if you have one. Or if you'd like to practice in silence, go for it. Your breath is always the music you can use as a guide. Good, and we'll meet in tabletop once your playlist is started. Keeping your eyes open or closed here, just start to make some organic movements. Start to notice your body, exploring where you are today, making circles with your hips. Maybe taking a lazy up dog or an active child's pose. Just figure out where you are today. Moving your spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Always letting your breath guide you. Good. Then come back to tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let's just warm our spines up here using our breath and our movement to warm up. So press your palms into the mat. As you inhale, arch your spine, pull your heart through your shoulders, gaze nose up, tailbone toward the sky. Really open up here. And then exhale, press through your palms to round your spine, tuck your chin, round it down. Tailbone is tucked. Inhale, arch it up. Exhale, round it in. Good, one more time here. Inhale, arch it up. Exhale, round it down. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral tabletop here. Keep your hands planted and maybe move your left knee in toward the middle a tiny bit for balance as you reach your right leg back behind you. Nice long spine here. Think about squaring your hips down, turning all 5 toes of your right foot down toward the mat. Engage your core here. Good, and then as you inhale, I want you to just bend your knee and bring your knee up towards your elbow or your upper arm. And then exhale, press it back. Toes are pointing down, warming up the hip joint. Inhale here, come and bend your knee, bring it up towards your upper arm. Exhale, take it back. Keep your core engaged. Last time here, inhale, bring it up towards your arm. Good, hold it here. Then straighten your leg out to the side. Think about bringing it parallel to the mat. Toes are still pointing forward. Good, and then gently let your foot fall down toward the side as you walk your hands back. Bring your torso upright here. Bring your right hand down, your right leg here. Just take a nice big side stretch. Keep pressing your right foot into the mat. You should feel a little opening in the inner thigh of your right leg. Reaching up and over. One more breath here. Good, and then as you exhale, take it to the other side. Left hand moves down, right arm reaches up and over. Keep pressing through your right foot, finding length down the whole right side of your body. One more breath here. Inhale, arms reach back up overhead. As you exhale, palms come to the mat. Right knee returns to the mat, a little toward the center here, and we'll switch sides. So your left leg reaches out behind you. Find nice stability here. Keep pressing your foot back. Good. One more breath here. Lengthen a little bit further. And then as you exhale, start to bend your knee in toward your upper arm here. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bend and tap. Exhale, reach it back. Last time, inhale, bend, tap here, hold it. Then as you exhale, start to extend your leg out to the side. Try to keep your toes all pointing forward. Leg is parallel to the mat. One more breath. Beautiful. As you exhale, let your leg fall down to the side. Bring your torso upright. Reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, start to bend to the left, letting your left leg fall down, your left arm fall down your left leg here, reaching your right arm up and over. Extending your right side body, pressing into the mat with your left foot. One more breath here. Inhale, come back to center and then switch sides. Right hand comes down, take a nice long side body stretch here. Pressing your hips forward a little bit, pressing your left foot into the mat, extending a little bit further with your fingertips. One more breath. Inhale, come back up to center. As you exhale, palms come to the mat. Both knees come back to tabletop here. Tuck your toes under. One more time, inhale, just arch your spine and gaze up. Beautiful, then start to hover your knees. You still have this arch in your spine, so your tailbone's sticking up toward the sky. Hover here for a minute. Feel like you're holding a block between your thighs. Really activate your legs here. Beautiful, then keep your hips leading the way as you press yourself slowly back to downward facing dog. Right, straightening your knees last, letting your heels fall. Just pedal it out here. Right, see where you are. It's familiar, but it's a super active pose, right? There's lots to think about. So press your palms into the mat, maybe lift your fingers up off the mat for a second. Really feel the palms doing the work, not the fingers. You don't want to dump the weight into your fingertips. Feel the side body stretch. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. Feel your sit bones separate and move up toward the sky. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, roll forward to a plank position. Gazes forward. And then keeping a nice long spine, just bend your knees, send your hips back towards your heels. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, roll forward to plank, just warming up the spine like a wave. Exhale, bend your knees back. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time like that. Roll it forward. Exhale, press it back. Try to stay low as you send your hips back, and then straighten your legs to downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg all the way up toward the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, and then start to make those familiar yummy circles with your knee or a straight leg, right? Bend or straight. Whatever feels good, whatever pace feels good. Warming up the hip joint. Good, switch directions if you haven't. On your next inhale, send your right leg up toward the sky, three-legged dog. And as you inhale, roll forward to plank, hug your knee in towards your chest. Really press your chest away from the mat, press into your palms, round your spine. And as you exhale, gently place your right foot in between your hands, coming into a low lunge. Come up on your fingertips here, right? Pull your chest forward, rock back and forth, start to settle into the hips. On your next inhale, press into your front foot to straighten your right leg, fold down. Exhale, come back to the lunge, just moving with your breath here. Inhale, press to straighten and fold, send your right hip back and in. Exhale, come back to the lunge, gaze is forward, heart is forward. Last time, press to straighten, and then we're gonna pause here. Good, walk your fingers a little farther forward as you pull your right hip back and in. Maybe coming up onto your heel, lifting your toes up off the mat. Good, squeezing into the midline here, send your heart down a little bit further. One more breath. Next inhale, bend back into the lunge, drop your left knee to the mat. Hands come to your thigh, your right thigh here, good. Start to open your heart. And then inhale, sweep your arms up to Anjaneyasana, breathing. Just let your hips sink for a moment. Don't dump too much into your lower back. Breathe here, gaze moves up. Inhale here. Good, and then as you exhale, for the first one, I want you to put your hands down to either side of your front foot, straighten your leg and come and do a half split here. Just fold it down for a breath. Hips are back, heart is forward. Beautiful, inhale, bend back into your front knee, reach it up to Anjaneyasana. Good, and then this time either place your hands down first or try to engage your core and straighten your leg and fold forward with no hands. Good, keep reaching forward, really use your core for stability here as you fold it down. Inhale, bend back into your front knee, reach it up one more time. And then exhale, your choice, come back to the half split, however you like. Taking your time, breathing here, pausing here in half split. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, bend back into your front knee, step it back to downward facing dog, pedal it out. Good. Next inhale, send your left leg up toward the sky, three-legged dog, bend your knees, stack your hips, open up, and then start to make those circles. Saying good morning to your hip joint. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Switch directions if you haven't already. And then on your next inhale, send your left leg all the way up toward the sky, three-legged dog, reach a little bit higher. And as you exhale, roll forward to plank, pausing here, hug your knee in towards your chest. Press the mat away as you round your shoulders. Last breath. As you inhale, step your foot in between your hands. Good, gaze moves forward, come high on your fingertips. That'll help your hips from sinking, right? Keep your hips nice and buoyant here. Heart is forward, gaze is forward. Inhale here. And as you exhale, start to press into your left foot to straighten your leg, fold it down. Exhale, come back into the lunge. Inhale, straighten and fold. Exhale, come to the lunge. Inhale, straighten and fold. We're gonna hold it here. Maybe lift your foot up off the mat, pressing into your left heel. Toes are pointing up toward the sky. Square your hips, pull your left hip back and in. Fold it down. Exhale. Inhale, bend back into the lunge. Let your right knee drop to the mat. Untuck your toes. Walk your hands up to your left thigh here and just pause. You can pulse a little bit. Try to soften through the hips. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Good. Next inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky. Anjaneyasana. Good. And then for the first one, let's all bring our hands down to either side of our front foot. Just start to send your hips back as you straighten your left leg. Fold it down. Inhale here. Reach it back up to Anjaneyasana. Beautiful. And then challenge yourself if you want to come into a half split with no hands. Keep reaching forward as you send your hips back. Engage your core. Take it slow. Exhale here. Inhale, bend back into your front knee. Reach it up, Anjaneyasana. Good. And then last time, start to straighten it out as you come into a half split, where we'll pause for a few breaths. Breathing deeper, sinking deeper, stretching deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, bend back into your left knee. Plant your palms. Step it back to downward facing dog. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Good. We're going to meet at the top of the mat in yogi squat, so you can jump there if you're ready. Landing softly. Feet on the outside of your hands. Good. Just coming into this early, I know. So take it easy. Rock side to side. You can use your elbows to press your knees open if you're ready. Really, I want you to get the feeling that something is pulling your tailbone down, right? Sinking down as you lift your heart first. I know we've been working on this in my class. Good, so first we're gonna start upright like this, rocking side to side. And then come to stillness if you're swaying. I want you to keep pressing your left knee out to the side as you lift your right heel up, and keep pressing that right leg back, right? Opening up those inner thighs. And then drop your right heel, switch sides. Keep pressing your knees open as you come up on your left toes. Gaze is steady in front of you. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, both heels come up. Don't watch me, I have terrible balance. Good. Find some steadiness. Try to keep your heart open here. And then as you exhale, drop your heels to the mat. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Let your head drop and round down in front of you. Keep letting your hips sink down and back as you reach forward. Finding length all the way from your sacrum to the nape of your neck. One more breath here. Just sink down, feel the opening. And as you exhale, walk your hands back under your shoulders. Press into your feet to straighten your legs. Toe heel your feet to hips width distance. Exhale, fold it down here. Either grab opposite elbows and let your head hang heavy, or you can crisscross your arms behind your shins here. Pulling yourself a little bit deeper. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Whatever bind you might have, just release it. Let your arms hang heavy. Bend into your knees, tuck your chin, roll yourself all the way up to stand. Take a nice big stretch up overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. You should be toward the top of your mat. Right? We sort of awaken the body, and we're going to start to get moving now. So just set an intention. We're about to create a lot of good energy, right? A lot of good for you will translate to a lot of good for everyone once you move off your mat. Beautiful. Making sure your toes and heels are touching at the top of the mat. We'll warm our bodies up with some Surya Namaskar A. So really feel your feet pressing into the mat as you reach your arms up overhead, palms press. Exhale, fold down over straight legs. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down to chaturanga. Keep elbows squeezing in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your feet down to pull your heart forward. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Breathing here. Right, focusing somewhere. Maybe it's your hands. Lift your fingers for a moment and feel the side body lengthen. Maybe bend your knees a little bit and feel your hips opening up. Right, just take notice. Right, these little movements can open up so many opportunities. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, palms press. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, then step or jump back, lowering down. Try to keep your gaze forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into your hands and your feet. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Let your hips lead the way. Breathing here. Good. Think about turning the eyes of your elbows forward. It's like to make more room for your neck and your shoulders, right? Opening up there. And then send your heart back towards your thighs. Breathing in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, palms press. As you exhale this time, fold it right back down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, float back or step back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here, really fill up, feel your whole torso warming up, right? Your ribs are filling up with warmth. Exhale, let it go. Last time, breathe in, fill up. As you exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, palms press. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Hook your thumbs out in front of you. As you inhale, start to reach your arms up, pull your thumbs apart. Good, keep reaching up, up, up. And then as you exhale, start to bend your knees, swing your arms, clasp hands, fold it down, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, hands to the mat, step your right foot back to a lunge, gaze moves forward. Listen carefully. As you exhale, take your left leg all the way up to three-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Exhale, take it back, three-legged dog. Next, inhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow, hold it here. Exhale, take it back, downward, three-legged dog. Inhale, left knee to right elbow, twist it forward, keep your gaze forward. Exhale, take it back, three-legged dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward to a lunge. Rise up to high lunge, breathe. Good. Shoulders down. Take a moment to square your hips. Really feel your feet pressing into the mat, your whole front foot and the ball of your back foot. Tuck your tail under. And then as you exhale, take a twist to the left. Reaching in opposite directions and staying here, or taking your left hand on your right leg and reaching your right arm up and back. Reverse, reversing. One more breath. As you exhale, hands come down to either side of your front foot. Left foot steps back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide it forward, low cobra. Pull your shoulders back as your heart moves forward. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward to a lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, fold it down. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, look up, arch back, tuck that tail down. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold it down. Inhale, hands to the mat, left foot steps back to the lunge. Exhale, right
Foot swings all the way up, three-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, hug your knee in towards your chest. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, right knee to right elbow, pause. Exhale, sweep it back up, three-legged dog. Inhale, right knee, left elbow. Pause it here, try to gaze forward, square your shoulders. Inhale, take it all the way back up, three-legged dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Rise up to high lunge. Good, steady yourself and then expand. You can move your gaze up, try to pull your shoulders down away from your ears, it's so hard. Maybe rotate your pinkies toward the middle. Good, taking your palms toward the back of the room. Tuck your tailbone under, one more breath. And as you exhale, take that nice open twist, right? Arms are extended, gazing over your right shoulder. Maybe take your right hand to the back of your left leg, reach your left arm up. Gaze moves up and back. One more breath. Exhale, hands come all the way down, either side of your front foot. Step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, push it back, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, left foot forward to a lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, fold it down. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, look up, arch back. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Pause here, reset. Hopefully got the chill out of your bodies now, we're warmed up. Beautiful, toes and heels touch at the top of the mat. As you inhale, bend your knees deeply, squeeze your inner knees together as you come up to Utkatasana. Hold it here. Gaze is up, maybe your palms are joined, maybe they're not, it's okay. Your shoulders are yours, right? You know what to do. Tuck your tailbone under, lift your heart up. One more breath here. As you exhale, fold down over straight legs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step that right foot forward, rise up to warrior one. Just follow your breath. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Keep bending deeply into that right knee as you reach away. Exhale, cartwheel it all the way down. Step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, rise up to warrior one. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Keep bending your knee forward as you reach away, finding length. Exhale, take it all the way down, step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause. Reconnect here, reset. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, I want you just to come high up on your toes here while we're taking this little break. Come high up on your toes. Feel your chest moving back towards your thighs as you press into your palms here. You should feel your sit bones separating, moving up toward the sky. Nice stretch there, kind of at the bottom of your tush, where your tush meets your legs. Good. Good, and then try to keep your hips nice and high. Start to straighten your legs, let your heels fall. Maybe find some extra space there in the front of your hips and the hip flexor. Inhale here. This time as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, rise up to Utkatasana. Exhale, fold it right back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, rise up to warrior one. Really press through the outer edge of that back foot, square your hips. Exhale, open it up to warrior two, pause here. Right, we've been pausing warrior two for a while, so let's set it up. Tuck your tailbone under, pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Arms are nice and strong and straight, reaching in opposite directions.
And then think about a string pulling your back hand back a little bit so that your torso squares over your hips. Good. One more breath, bend a little bit deeper in that front knee. Inhale, flip and reverse your warrior. Don't move those legs. And as you exhale, come into extended side angle, your version. So it can be your arm on your leg. You can take the bind, you can bring your hand to the outside of your right leg. Do what feels good, but keep pressing your hips toward the side of the room, stacking them open, reaching your top arm up over your ear. Good. Maybe you have the bind, maybe you don't. Good, wherever you are, just stay into your extended side angle for a breath. And then exhale, press into your right foot to straighten your right leg, find length. You should feel this in your hip crease again, right? Good. And then exhale, come back into extended side angle, your version. So we're kind of going from extended side angle to an awkward triangle here. Really use your foot here. Press into the right foot to straighten your leg back out. Open your heart a little bit more toward the sky. Exhale, bend it back. Last time here, inhale, start to straighten into that front leg. Come into a triangle. If you need to adjust your feet a little bit, that's okay. But we're kind of starting triangle from the bottom and building it up versus taking it from standing. Good. Think about stacking your hips. Maybe lift your front toes up off the mat, press into the ball of that right foot. Feel the engagement all the way up your leg. One more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, press into both feet to come all the way up to stand. Pivot your right toes toward the left side of the mat here. So you're in a nice wide straddle. Make sure you have some room to fold. Bring your fingers interlaced behind you. Tuck your tailbone down as you reach your heart up. Knuckles move down. Open your front body. And as you exhale, start to fold forward. Good. Let your head pull you forward and down. Crown of your head is pulling down. Try to join your palms. Try to join your wrists up overhead and then take them a little bit further. Good. If it's super easy, you can bring your feet a little bit closer. Inhaling here and exhaling. Good. Now this time, come halfway up, release your hands so that your hands are right under your shoulders here. Lengthen your spine. Think about your spine being parallel to the mat. And then just keeping your toes forward, start to bend into your knees. Right, this nice wide squat. Think about keeping the weight even in your feet, right? Not rolling to the outside or the inside. Toes are pointing forward, tailbone's moving back. Good. Either stay here with your hands down or reach your arms forward, right? Keep pressing your hips back as you reach your head or your hands forward. One more breath here. As you exhale, hands come back to the mat. Press into your feet to straighten your legs. Hands come to your waist, come all the way back up to stand. Return your right toes to face the front of the room. Return to warrior two for a breath, nice and strong. And then as you exhale, cartwheel it down, step back to lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot steps forward, warrior one. Really feel that back foot in the mat. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Let's pause here. Good. Keep your left knee moving out, right? Don't let it sink in. Keep it pressing straight out over your toes. Tuck your tail under. Open this inner part of your hips and your legs. Pull your shoulders down. Gaze ahead. Strong warriors here. Bend a little bit deeper into your left knee. One more breath. Inhale, reverse your warrior nice and strong. Try not to come out of your legs here. And then as you exhale, make your way into your extended side angle, right? Anywhere is okay. Every day feels different. But wherever you are, just challenge yourself to go a little bit deeper with every breath. Nice and strong. Full engagement. Inhale here and exhale. Good. Staying where you are. Inhale, press into your left foot to straighten your left leg, coming into this long, awkward triangle here. Really press through that foot. And then exhale, bend back into extended side angle. Inhale, use your foot to straighten your leg, opening up to triangle. Exhale, take it back to lunge. Good, last time here, press into your foot. Use that to straighten your leg all the way up to your hip. And then make your way to triangle. If you need to adjust your feet a little bit, go for it. Sometimes it's fun to play with like a different version, like a longer triangle or putting your hand somewhere different. Good. Opening up. One more breath here. Next, inhale, press into both feet to bring yourself all the way up to stand. We're gonna come into goddess pose now. So toes are out, heels are in. Walk your feet out so that like you could possibly get your thighs parallel to the mat. They may not make it there today, but it may take a few breaths to get there, but give yourself the space and the opportunity. Tuck your tail under. And as you exhale, just start to let your hips sink. Try to keep your knees pressing back. You can use your hands here. Good. Maybe reach your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, pointers toward the sky. Squeeze your ears with your upper arms. Sink a little lower. And then exhale, press into your feet. Release your hands. Give it a breath. Good. This time, bend back into your knees. We're going to go into Skandasana. So I want you to bend into your left knee and take your right leg straight. First version, I want you your toes facing up. So your right heel's in the mat, your right toes are facing up. Good, nice tall spine here. You can use your arms to press your legs open a little bit more. Hold it here. Good, and then take it to the back of the room. You can use hands or no hands. Try to do the same thing on the back. So your left heel is in the mat, your left toes are facing up. Opening your hips. One more breath. Good, and then exhale, take it back to the front of the room. This time, as you straighten your right leg, try to keep your right toes down. You may have to face them a little more forward. So you try to keep the whole sole of your foot down. Notice where that changes the stretch in the opening, a new part of your hip. Good, one more breath here. And then exhale the same to the back of the mat. So straighten that left leg. Try to keep the left sole of your foot down on the mat as you press your right knee open. Keep pressing into your feet. One more breath. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to the top of the mat. Plant your hands on either side of your left foot. Step back to lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring our knees down to the mat. Big toes touching, knees apart. Just come into a child's pose here. Rest it out. Really try to let your hips hang heavy. Pressing them back and down, letting gravity pull them down. Breathe in here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good, then walk your fingertips a little bit further forward. Press your elbows into the mat as you bend them, joining your hands in prayer overhead. And then take that prayer to the back of your head as the third eye presses down into the mat. Keep pressing your elbows into the mat and tractioning them back. Opening up your triceps here. Inhaling. And every exhale, pull them a little bit longer. Last inhale. Good, as you exhale, let your arms straighten back out. Plant your palms into the mat, let your forearms come into the mat, and then make your way into a forearm plank here. So you may need to do some adjustment. You want your elbows right under your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel here. Good, nice long legs here. Let your heels be right on top of your toes, right? So you're pressing back here. Engage your core, hold it here. Feel like you're squeezing a block between your thighs. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Good, then either stay here or start to bend your right knee, bring your right knee up toward your upper arm, and then exhale, take it back. Inhale, left side tap. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, right. Exhale, plank. Inhale, left. Exhale, plank. One more time to each side. Take it in. Good, take it back. One more time. Good, one more breath in plank. And then as you exhale, let your torso fall to the mat, come into a Sphinx pose. Good, so your arms haven't moved. You're pressing your arms down and back, tracking them back as your heart pulls forward. Press your feet into the mat. One more breath here, open up, gaze can move up. And then exhale, bring your whole torso down to the mat. Good, your third eye is facing down onto the ground. I want you to extend your right arm out to the side, straight out from your shoulder. And then start to roll to the right. Opening up your shoulder. So your right shoulder is gonna stay glued to the mat. Your left leg can come behind you for traction, and then start to take your left arm back behind you. Think about your collarbone stretching side to side, opening up here. Your heart is moving forward. Nice shoulder stretch here. Maybe your hands join behind you. One more breath. And then inhale, come back to the center. We'll take it to the other side. So left arm is stretching straight out. Your palm is down. Roll on the left side of your body as your right arm sweeps up and back. You can take your right leg behind you, bend for kind of stability. Good, opening up, keep pulling your heart forward most importantly. It doesn't matter how far your arm goes. One more breath. Beautiful, exhale, come back to center. Walk your hands in towards your ribs. Take an inhale here to come up to either cobra or up dog. And then exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Inhaling here and exhaling. Next inhale, take your right leg up toward the sky, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, make your way up to high lunge. Feeling nice, strong feet in the mat, lifting your hips up, tuck your tailbone under. Good, and then we'll do those nice knee taps here. So I want you to bring your arms to goalposts as you drop your left knee to the mat. Exhale, straighten it back as you reach toward the sky. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach it up. Last time, bend it forward, bend it down. Inhale, reach it up. Then bring your hands to heart center as you start to tilt your torso forward. Make your way into warrior three. But I want you to bend your standing leg as you make your way there. So keep it bent. You can even bend your left knee here, right? And then engage your core and use that strength of your core to straighten your legs out and come to the full expression of warrior three. One more breath here. Hold it. Find a nice steady drishti. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down under your shoulder. Start to peel your hips open to the side of the room, your shoulders open, coming into half moon. Good. In your half moon, you can take the bind or not. Gaze moves up only if you have your balance. And wherever you are, just bend a little bit into your right leg, into your right knee here, right? Sink down a little bit and then use your foot to straighten it back out. Maybe find a little bit more opening in your hip flexor here as you open up into your half moon. One more breath. Good, as you exhale, bring your left hand down. Square your hips, your left foot is still in the air. Your legs are making like a right angle here. Press your left sole of your foot back toward the back of the room. Plant your left hand into the mat and then take the twist. Peeling open, reaching up with your right arm. Keep your hips square by squeezing them in. One more breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Take a moment here to lengthen your spine, find some space. And then exhale, walk it back into standing leg split. Breathing here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good, maybe try bending your right knee again, reaching your left toes up as you straighten it back out. One more breath. Next, inhale, float your left leg to the back of the mat, plant your hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhaling here, and exhaling. Inhale, left leg sweeps up toward the sky, and as you exhale, start to make your way into high lunge, step your left foot in between your hands. Take a moment to feel your foundation as you reach your arms up to high lunge. Good, breathing here for a moment, feeling nice and strong. Pull your shoulders down, reach your heart center up. Good, and with this stability, feel your outer hips squeezing in toward the midline for balance. Bend into your right knee as you pull your arms down. Straighten as you reach it high. Take it down, tap it down. Reach it up. Good, last time, tap it down. Reach it up. Hands come to heart center, engage your core. Then start to make your way into warrior three, maybe with a bent standing leg, right? Just feel yourself kind of blossom into the pose as you straighten everything out at the end. Finding your stability, 2 more breaths. Right toes are all pointing down. As you exhale, left hand comes down. Peel your torso open to the side of the room, coming into that nice half moon. Feels so good. 1 more breath. Good. And then either stay here or gently bend that left leg for a second. Sink down. Then press into your foot to peel yourself open a little bit more. Keep that top leg nice and strong and engaged. One more breath. Exhale, right hand comes down, square your hips. Right toes are facing down, and then take the twist. Left arm reaches up, heart moves toward the side of the room, gaze is up at your left thumb. One more breath. As you exhale, left hand comes down. Take an inhale here to lengthen and find space. And then exhale, walk it back to standing leg split. Inhaling here and exhaling. One more breath. Beautiful. As you exhale, float your right leg to the back of the mat. Plant your hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful, ladies. All right, we're gonna have yogi's choice here. So we're gonna either head to splits or half splits or pigeon, wherever you feel like you need it. So we're all gonna take our right leg up toward the sky, 3-legged dog. And you can either come to pigeon by bringing your right knee towards your right elbow, sinking your hips down and floating forward, or you can sweep your right foot forward in between your hands and either come to half split or start to work on your full split. You know what your body needs. I've had this knee injury, so I've been like exploring different things. Since I can't do pigeon, I shouldn't deprive you guys of it. Beautiful. Think about pulling your right hip back, whichever position you're in. Letting your torso sink down. Good. I can't see you all, but I think you're all in pigeon. Let's see. Good. 2 more breaths here. Think about your hips, like if I was sitting on them, like pulling them back as I extend your spine longer, like massaging your spine from the sacrum up to the nape of your neck. Good. 1 more breath here. Next inhale, lift your torso all the way back up. As you exhale, lean into your right hip. Swing your left foot around so that your left leg is nice and straight. And then you can either take, I can't do either of these, take Jani Shirsasana, so take your heel in towards your pubic bone, or you can take the bind, right, half lotus. We're gonna square, either one, we're gonna square over our left leg and then exhale, fold it down. Just don't follow me. Fold it down, keep your heart squaring over your front leg here, your left leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Next inhale, come all the way back up to seated. Plant the right sole of your foot into the mat as you bend your knee up toward the ceiling. Leave a little distance between your foot and your leg here. Inhale, reach your right arm up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, reach to the inside of your right leg and then around here. So like you're hugging your shin. Reach your left hand around, try to grab your left wrist with your right hand or your left fingertips. Squeeze your leg in as you exhale, fold it down, aiming your forehead towards your thigh, towards your shin. Good, nice long spine here. Keep squeezing in. Don't forget about that right foot. Keep pressing it into the mat and use that power to squeeze the leg in toward the midline. Inhale here. Exhale. Good. Next inhale, come all the way back up. While we're here, since we all love this hip stuff. Good. We're going to cradle our right shin in between our elbows here. Good. Nice tall spine. Keep pulling the shin in. Feel the stretch in your outer right hip. Rocking it back and forth like a baby. And then either stay here if it feels amazing, which it does, or start to take your right leg over your shoulder like a backpack. Plant your right hand into the mat. Left hand comes to the top of your right foot. And then start to extend open into compass pose. Keep those sit bones grounded. Good, and then reach your leg nice and straight. Open your heart toward the sky. Gaze up at your left elbow. And then as you exhale, good, bring it back down. We'll reverse it back out. So cradle the leg. Whew. Inhale, straighten it out in front of you. And then as you exhale, just cross your legs in front of you. You can jump back into a vinyasa. You can walk back. We'll make our way. We'll meet in downward facing dog, however you'd like to make it there. Good. Beautiful, ladies. Good. Inhale, take that left leg up toward the sky. I couldn't see all of your legs, but I think everyone came into pigeon. So bring your left knee behind your left wrist here. Make your way into pigeon. Good. Extend your spine nice and long and then fold forward. Let your heart lead the way as you take your torso down. Let your neck go, right? No strain in the neck. Hips are nice and heavy. Pulling your heart forward, just rest it down. Breathe into that outer hip. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, bring your torso all the way back up to upright. Lean into your left hip and then swing that right leg out in front of you, nice and straight. Either bringing your heel into your pubic bone or your foot into your right hip crease here, whichever you did on the other side. If you could do it on this side, would be great. Good. Inhale, there's the nice long, tall spine here. And then as you exhale, fold down over that right leg, not in between your legs, right? Keep your torso squared over your straight leg. Good. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Inhale, come all the way back up. Plant your left foot into the mat. Sit bones are grounded down. Left arm reaches up. You can bring your right hand next to you for some balance here. As you find some space here, reach it forward. Find a space to fold. Good. And then start to take the bind. Hugging your left shin with your left upper arm. Maybe pull your right arm around to grab for the bind. Take an inhale here to lengthen. And as you lengthen, feel your sit bones grounding. Exhale, fold it down. Inhaling and exhaling. Next inhale, come all the way back up. Let's take that nice outer hip stretch, cradling your shin in between your elbows here. Nice tall spine as you pull the shin in. Keep your left foot flexed to protect your knee here so it doesn't torque funny. Good. And then either stay here or start to bring your leg up over your shoulder as you extend your left arm out to the side for balance. Right hand takes the top of your left foot and then open it up into compass. Good. If you're in compass, you can work on like holding up by your toes and then flexing and pointing your toes, maybe a little extra tricep stretch there. Just open up, explore this pose. One more breath. Good. As you inhale, let's take it back out. Take a cradle. Good. Stretch it out. And then as you exhale, let your foot fall down. Your legs are out in front of you. We're going to move our way into a straddle, but we're going to start in this kind of bug position, similar to what we did when we were standing here. So your knees are bent, your feet are firmly planted in the mat. So make sure your legs aren't so wide that your heels come up. You want your feet down in the mat. Good. Take your arms on the inside of your legs here and kind of grab your ankles. Use your elbows to press your knees open. Sit up nice and tall here. Open your heart, pull your shoulders down. And then exhale, fold down in between your legs. Try to pull your head forward first and then let it go. Good. Keep pressing your legs open. Keep pressing your feet down into the mat. Maybe even lift your toes, right? Press into the balls of both feet here as you press your knees open. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Next inhale, bring your torso upright. Bring your hands behind you and make a nice tall spine here. And then unless it hurts your knees, just take a little inner thigh stretch here as you breathe. Let your breath guide you. Rolling to either hip here, letting your knee fall in. Just opening up that inseam of your thigh there. Good. Rocking back and forth. Keeping the big toe edge of your foot connected as you roll it down. Good. One more time to each side. Sending your breath to those tight spots. Beautiful. Then come back to center. Start to extend your legs long out to the side. Nice straddle here. Bring your hands behind you, walk your torso a little bit more forward, and then take your hands, crawl yourself forward. First one, let's keep our toes pointed toward the ceiling, heels are planted into the mat. Fold it down, let your heart lead the way. Go ahead, engage your core here. Good, and while you're folded here, when you get to where you are, I want you to press your heels into the mat, bend your knees like a tiny, tiny bit. Feel the engagement all the way up to your hip flexors here. Hold it here, pretend like you're dragging your heels in towards your midline. One more breath. Whew, and then exhale, let it go, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, walk your torso all the way back up. Turn towards your left leg here, and then as you exhale, fold down over your left leg. At the same time, I want you to point your right toes and feel like you're pulling your right leg away from you as you fold in the opposite direction. Good, really point those toes. Nice length in the right leg as you fold down over the left. Inhale, come back to center. Walk it over to the other side. Square your torso so that you're gonna fold directly down over your right leg. Fold it down. Good, and then start to point your left toes. Pull your left leg away as you fold a little bit deeper down toward the right. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up to seated. Grab behind your thighs. Gather your legs in. Join your soles of your feet together to Baddha Konasana, which I can't really do, but you're gonna pull your torso up towards your heels. Nice tall spine here. And then exhale, start to fold forward. Good, you can use your elbows to press your thighs open a little bit more. And explore here, see what it feels like to press up near your knees, and then maybe pull your elbows in and see what it feels like to press up more towards your groin there, right? A little bit of engagement, almost like you're using a rolling pin, pulling the skin of your inner thighs down towards your knees. Good, one more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your legs out in front of you, arms out in front of you. Try to point your toes here and then feel like your toes are pulling you forward as your shoulders are pulling you back. Rolling slowly down onto your spine here, all the way onto your back. Bend your knees here. We're gonna take one nice back bend, however you'd like. Good, so if you can take half wheel or full wheel, if you're taking half wheel, bend your knees, press your feet into the mat to lift your hips. Good, really start the lift from your feet. So really use those feet to press your hips up, then tuck your tail down towards your knees. Try to pull your knees in a little bit closer, Mia, unless it hurts your knees. Good, really tuck that tailbone down. Maybe shimmy your shoulders under to lift your heart up a little bit more. Another couple breaths here. Just opening up the front body. Good. Few more breaths. And as you exhale, slowly roll back down onto your backs. Good, make our way up to shoulder stand here. So you're gonna lift your legs up above you. You can either come to waterfall if you're not into the shoulder stand, leaving your back on the ground and just lifting your legs, or you can pop yourself up into shoulder stand, lifting your hips up over your shoulders, using your hands spread nice and wide on your lower back. Try to point your fingers up toward the sky if you can, Mia. Good. There you go, good. And then shimmy your shoulders and lift your heels a little taller toward the sky. Beautiful. Tuck your tail up toward your heels and squeeze your legs in. One more breath here. Good, and then as you exhale, let your feet fall behind you, coming into plow pose. Stretching those legs straight. If your toes touch, release your hands. Good, send your breath to your lower back here. Breathing here. And then bend your knees to either side of your head, coming into Karna Pudasana. Get that sensation of your shins nice and heavy, like pulling down, stretching your back a little bit more, opening up. And then release your hands down the mat, straighten your legs, slowly roll your way all the way back down onto the mat. Maybe pointing your toes, joining your heels again, really finding length on the front of your legs, the whole front of your like up down your quads. Good. Lengthening all the way down. Shimmying your elbows down towards your hips to pop your chest up. Let your head drop back. Come into Matsyasana fish pose. Just open up here. Fill up with breath. Maybe breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth a few times, just as we began class when we were seated. And then tuck your chin in. Do any last poses that might feel good to complete your practice, maybe a supine twist or any kind of inversion that you want. And then as you're ready, start to make your way to Shavasana. There's never enough time here. Good, and when you make it to Shavasana, really just like be there, right? It's hard. It's hard to stop when we've been going. So just know that the earth is holding you. Know that your breath is there. And just find some stillness. Start to feel your body reawaken as you deepen your inhales and your exhales. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently rock your head side to side. On your next inhale, fill up with breath as you extend your arms up overhead and reach your legs in the opposite direction, finding a nice full body morning stretch here. Really filling up, feeling the warmth in your body. And as you exhale, gather your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a hug and pausing there. And with eyes remaining closed, start to make your way back up to seated. Staying turned inward for just a few more minutes together. When you're seated, just shrug your shoulders up by your ears, roll them back. Open your heart, open your collarbone. Check in with yourself. Notice all of the extra space you've created in your mind, in your body, and your heart to carry it on with you through your day and share. We'll close our class together with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may our thoughts, words, and actions contribute to that happiness and freedom for all. Inhaling all together as one. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your hands together at heart center. Bow your chin in towards your chest, taking this final moment to celebrate yourself, honor yourself, and thank yourself, knowing that the true teacher lies right within each one of you. Bring your prayer to your third eye, sealing in this practice, sealing in this energy. We bow forward together. Namaste.